So, who joined just now? Ritik also joined. Wonderful. So, what are we going to learn today? I was thinking that I'll pick up a new topic and I purposefully did not send you guys a note saying this is what we learn because I thought instead of rushing for a lot of things one after another, it's better to kind of do a quick recap of what would be very important thing that we'll end up dealing with. Because in the last class, we were dealing with some quadratic equations, and I heard that some of you were wanting to get a better explanation of that. So let's try dealing with quadratic equation today. Yeah, that's part of algebra, and see how we can play with them and see if there's any trick or technique that helps us solve that in a easier, better way. Is that okay with everybody?
Yes, sir.
Or you are tired of quadratic equation? Okay, okay, all right. So when you say quadratic equation, who can tell me in the simplest form what is a quadratic equation? Let's hear your version. Again, nothing wrong. Daddy, mommy will hear something that they might hear for the first time. That's okay.
There are equations where
Uh-huh.
used mostly in algebra,
Okay.
and there are variables x and y,
Uh-huh.
and sometimes there are two statements. I think that's geometry.
Okay. No, it's okay. Give me any version of your understanding. That's fine. Yeah, yeah.
For quadratic equation, the highest degree of the x value is 2.
Yes. So that is another definition. So basically, if you talk about an equation, equation is what? Equation is something that has an equal to sign it. So I'll give you a very stupid example one more time. Some of you have seen me, some of you have heard me, some of you have not. Look at 4x squared plus 7x, and then 2x squared plus 7y minus 17 equals 8. Just making it up. You say this and you say this. What's the difference between these two?
The second one is an equation.
Uh-huh. First one is,
There is a bunch of variables,
okay, that is called
like variables.
expressions.
Yeah.
So it's like, now if I let's say we start a class and I don't say anything, I just keep smiling. Just keep smiling for next 1 hour. What is the outcome? Nothing. Just by expression, smiling expression or sad expression doesn't yield anything. There is no outcome here. So just if I smile for 1 hour, there is no outcome. So that is expression. This is an expression, no outcome. You will not learn anything. You will not even forget anything also. So this is expression, just an expression. There is no outcome. Here it is called equation because you have an equal to sign. Something equals to something. There is an outcome. If you add 2x squared plus 7y and subtract 17 from that, this is your outcome. Okay. So this is a basic difference between expression and equation. Yeah. Now, when we talked about quadratic equation, now let's look at one more example. Now both are equations. Both are equal to sign. This is one equation, this is another equation. Yeah? Everybody is able to hear me okay, right? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
I'll keep waking you guys up. I know it's post-lunch session, so you might feel sleepy. So if you look at this versus this, what is the difference between these two? This is a simple equation called linear equation. If you use this equation and draw it on a coordinate plane, it will draw a straight line for you. Okay? If you have something like this, any form, okay, it could be 2x, it could be 17x, 100x, no x, only y, 20y. It will draw a straight line for you. That's why it is called linear equation.
The second one is quadratic.
is quadratic equation. Now, if you notice the difference between these two, what do you see here?
Square.
Or here you can say 17x to the power 0 also, or y to the power 0. Anything to the power 0 is 1.
Zero.
Is 1.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah?
But won't the 17 also turn 0?
17 into x to the power 0 I can say. Or I can just say 17. Both are same. X to the power 0, any variable to the power 0 gives you a 1. Anything to the power 0 gives you 1. Except 0. 0 to the power 0 by no means will be more than 0. But if you have anything other than 0, be it 0.1 or be it 1 million, something to the power 0 will be 1.
Okay.
Yeah? Is everybody with me so far? Ritika? Aryan? Yeah, somebody raise hand.
That was accident, sorry.
Okay, that's okay. So, now the basic difference that you see between this guy and this guy is, these are all called terms, right? This is called terms. This is another term. This is another term. Yeah? These are called terms. One of the term or any of the term, the maximum power of the variable is 2. That is why it is called quadratic equation. So now if you look back at your definition of linear equation and quadratic equation, what would you see or what would you infer is any equation where the maximum power to the variable is 1, that's a linear equation, and it's called linear equation because it plots a straight line for you in a coordinate plane. Okay? If the equation has at least one term with maximum power is 2, okay, maximum power to the variable is 2, that is called a quadratic equation. Now there should not be any confusion with respect to the definition of or basic understanding of linear and quadratic equation. Yeah. Now if you look at, and again for some of you who have dealt with it enough, you might be getting a little bored, but that's okay. There is no harm in revising something that you already know, and you never know, you might find some new trick from what we learned here. So this equation, I don't know what affinity I have with this number 7. I end up writing 7 so many times. 18. Forcefully I wrote 8. Okay. Now this one. Now just let's. Now if you look at this equation versus this equation, they are both quadratic equation. Even if this has only x as a variable, but maximum power to the variable is 2. So this guy is a quadratic equation. The times 2 becomes 3 out of equation. This is not quadratic equation anymore. Okay. So this is a quadratic equation and this is also a quadratic equation because here also you have 2 variables, but the maximum power to the variable is 2 only. That's why this is also quadratic equation. Everybody with me so far? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Don't be shy for saying yes. And if you have any doubt, don't be shy for stopping me as well. Okay. Now, so no gaps with respect to understanding what is quadratic equation versus what is not. That part is clear now. So, what do we do with quadratic equation now? How do we solve them? Now let's look at this. If I have, let's say, one equation. Let's pick up a very simple one. And if we have to solve this for x and find out the possible values of x, does everybody know how to do it? This is nothing but a minus b whole square form, where your a is x and b is 2. So a minus b whole square gives you what? A square minus 2ab plus b square. Now put b 2 in place of b. This becomes 4. 2 into a into 2. becomes a square is x square minus 2ab, 2 into a is your x into b is your 2 plus b square 4. See, this is your simple example of x square minus 4x plus 4.
It's the opposite of factoring.
It's opposite of factoring. So basically, when you try solving a quadratic equation, your objective is to convert that to factors. If you convert this into something like this, then you get two answers: x minus a equals 0 or x minus b equals 0. Yeah? If you break this into factors like this, then you get two answers. Here, you can see that this is x minus 2 into x minus 2. This is what it is, x minus 2 whole square. This whole thing is converting into that. Yeah? So you get one answer for x from here and one answer for x from here. Yeah? Eventually both the answers are giving you only one value, x equals 2. So this has one answer. This part is right. But that is not the idea. What I am trying to say is, if you have a quadratic equation and you have to solve for it, what you do? Baba, if you could help me recall the three methods that we have learned in the past. Let's see. Vaibhav, Srivatsav, anybody? Ritika, Heer, whoever remembers.
Sir, the quadratic formula
Okay.
and then a plus b whole square
Okay.
and then a plus b equal to a times b.
So these are the generic formula that we all know. Okay, right? A plus b whole square is a square plus 2ab plus b square. A minus b whole square is a square minus 2ab plus b square, and a minus b plus b gives you a square minus b square. These are the generic formula that we all know. Correct? Everybody remembers.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, so when you have a quadratic equation like this, first thing you try doing is try mapping it with one of the formats. Right? Like you know this. Yeah? So you try mapping it with these formats. Is it in this form first of all? That's your first attempt. If you get it, you're done. That is one method. So if let me give you guys one more example. If I have y squared minus 6y plus 9 equals 0. Who all can tell me real quick in 10 seconds what is the possible, what is the value of possible, what all will be the possible value of y by solving this quadratic equation? Yeah, Ritika.
Y minus 3.
Y minus 3. That is, I think you are going the right path, but then you missed a small thing. You are saying that this is y minus 3 whole square. This will convert to this. And what is the possible value for y?
3.
Yeah, so y minus 3 whole square is 0, so that means y minus 3 is also equal to 0. That means y equals, this guy crosses the border, minus becomes plus. Y equals plus 3. Yeah? So this is fairly straightforward. Now, if I add some twist to it and say 20x, or let's say 2x squared plus 20x plus 50 equals 0. Without going to the quadratic equation formula, who all can solve this real quick? Think about it. No, see, I'll pull you guys out of your comfort zone. That is when you start thinking more. Yep. Yes, Ritika.
It should be 2
that's you are again on the right path. Zero doubt about it. Let's hear what Aryan has to say. Yes, Aryan.
So in this problem, what I did is I factored out two, because they all can be divided by two, and
Uh-huh.
I got x squared plus 10x plus 25, and since 5 times 5 is 25, and 5 plus 5 is 10, we can say that the x value is 5.
So you also added a little more flavor to it, and again, you guys are complementing each other actually. So what Ritika said was also correct. She was going the right path. What you did, that also was actually the way it is supposed to be done. But let me make it more perfect. Yeah, Ananya.
Wait, is it like the one number should like add, like it should be like this one number should like we should like add two numbers which gives us like 50, and then that two numbers should multiply two in order to get 20. Like I know this, but I don't know how to phrase this.
Alright, no, so again, you are talking about the second option that I have not ventured into yet. Okay, so I'm still sticking to the first option of using the generic formula that we deal with every now and then, right? A plus b whole square, the whole world knows. A minus b whole square, everybody knows. Is a plus b into a minus b, everybody knows. Yeah. So we are trying to see if we, my first option is, can I map it to one of the generic formulas and use that? That's my first attempt. So here, Ritika and Aryan both were going the right direction actually. So here, I know this kind of thing, x square plus 4x or a square plus 2ab plus b square. So I would want to keep it simple. What I see here is, see always whenever you have a problem to deal with, try simplifying it. Here if you look at it, 2 is something which is common in all of them. Let's knock off 2 and then deal with it. Because when you take out the common things from the equation, this thing versus this thing, this is simpler, easier, lighter, right? Now this means either 2 equals 0 or this equals 0. 2 will never be able to equal to 0, right? So now you have to deal with this equation. So that means you have taken out the extra information and you have simplified it. Now your approach would be, okay, whatever I have here, is this a square? 25 is a square, 5 is square, done. This is a square anyways. And then, what did I get? I get x and I get 5 square. So, 2 into 5 into x, 2ab, 2 into x into 5. 2 times 5 is 10, 10x. This is what I have. So this is a perfect square. It matches with my generic formula. So then this whole thing became x plus 5 whole square equals 0. That means x plus 5 will be equal to 0. And now you have a solution for this. So again, as I keep bothering you guys with my most boring method called tram, read the question. When you're reading the question, right? When you have this question, when you read this question, 2x squared plus 20x plus 50, 2x squared plus 20x plus 50, I have to solve it for x. Okay. Now, why do I have to deal with bigger numbers? 25 is smaller than 50. 10 is smaller than 20. 1 is smaller than 2. So you take out the common things and make it smaller, easier, lighter. So now you have an easier thing to deal with. Yes, Aryan.
So, did I get it right?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
So there's one more punchline of mine which I keep boring everybody with. What do I say? I say I don't care about the answer. Why? Because answer is something that I will find if I know the process part of it. If I know how to solve it, I can solve hundreds of problems for the same approach. So that's why I'm not really worried about the answer. I'm worried about, am I doing it right? Now, for 90% of you, you have dealt with quadratic equation already, and I'm sure you must be waiting for me to finish this off and then start something new. But then I'm not doing it. I'm a very stubborn guy. No, I'm not. Why I'm stopping here? Why I'm doing the same thing again and again? If you look at what I have done so far, right? What did I do? I'm telling this like a story. When I'm solving this, this was my question. I took this thing common, then I took this part out, then the next step I'm breaking it down. If you look at from here to here, this is a journey. This is a story. When you're solving problems, get into the habit of writing story. Not like phrases or big sentences, but the mathematical story. If you do it step by step, don't try mixing two transactions in one step. Because if one thing goes wrong, you would not know where it went wrong and how do you review and correct. If you do it step by step, if you made a mistake here, you will figure it out. And then you fix this one, and then subsequent things will get fixed. So, the important part for all of you who have dealt with quadratic equation enough is get into the habit of writing story. Some of you who have reached out to me asking for providing a solution for some questions, right? And I really appreciate that. Shall I tell the names? Okay, let me tell the names so that I can build some healthy competition here among you all. So he reached out to me for some questions and she wanted me to solve some. Dhanushri keeps reaching out to me with some questions saying, sir, can you solve this for me? And I really get very excited when I get those questions. When you guys are trying to solve something and you're kind of dealing with it and you feel that you need some help, when you reach out to me, when I'm solving it, it does two things. One is I'm able to be of some use for you guys, that is one. Second thing is, it also gives me an opportunity to know if my mathematical skills are still working well or it has got rusted. Yeah? So, don't bombard me with a lot of questions, but don't feel shy if you have one or two questions or few questions that you're struggling with. At least I'll give you an approach. I'll let you solve it and then I'll say, okay, fine, out of 5 questions I've solved 2. Use similar approach and see if you're able to solve it by yourself. Because my goal is to enable you guys to play with maths. I can solve hundreds of problems. I can quit my job tomorrow and then keep just solving math problems. But then, would that be of any use for you guys? Probably not, right? So I will pull you out of your comfort zone. I'll give you some guidance and I'll make you guys solve the problem by yourself so that you are actually kind of getting used to it, right? Okay, so all that blabbering I've been doing for the last 10 minutes, only outcome is when you are solving a problem, do that in a step-by-step process. Do one calculation at a step. Okay, so that way you would have the story in your mind. If I tell you this is the equation, this is the answer. There is no head and no tail. Yeah. If I walk you through this, it's recorded here. When you even if you did not understand 10% of what I said, when you watch the video, you'll figure out. Oh, okay, I probably missed this step. That is where I was going now. Yeah. Is it making sense so far? You have no other choice but to say yes. Yeah? Okay, alright. And guys, bear with me for bad jokes. My kids call it dad jokes. They say you have very poor dad jokes. So what to do? It comes with age. Alright. So this was the first approach. When you have a quadratic equation, you try mapping it with the generic formulas and try solving it. Okay. First is mapping the generic formula. Second thing what we did was we factored out the common things. So when we are dealing with this one, we just took the common thing out. 2 was common in all of them. We just took it out and then we dealt with that as a normal form, a generic formula. That is the first approach. So your approach will always be first this one. Now let's say if you have an equation and then you're not going to convert it into just generic form. What to do then? Let's try solving it. Who all wants to take a punt at it? X squared plus 16x plus 48. Who all can solve it for x? Yes, Arya.
Never mind. I like only know
The first one.
the method I told you last time.
Okay, okay. No, so that's why I have to teach you guys something new. That
Should I
that's,
use that one?
yeah, I mean try that. See, I did not tell you the method, right? When the question comes to you saying this is a quadratic question, solve for it. If you know only one method, what will you do? You will apply that method and see if that is working for you or not. Correct? Try that. Anybody else? Anybody else in the class? Bhava, Ritika, Heer, Arya, Ananya, anybody?
I use the same method as Aryan said.
Okay. Bhava, do you want to give a surprise? Or see what's up? Anybody?
Sir, I'm letting Srivatsa say the answers.
Huh?
I'm passing out like my opportunity to Srivatsa.
Okay.
I have, so I can't.
You guys are all in festival mood, okay? You guys are doing dandiya in the classroom. Okay? Anybody else? Anybody else wants to try? It's okay. I mean, on a in a festive season, obviously, and regardless of that, I mean, it's okay to be in a lighter mood. Perfectly fine, because you still have to enjoy. I mean, you cannot be stressed out solving problem. But Ritika, any clue if you have to solve this for x or Yeah.
I'm still doing it inside my head, but
Okay.
I think you add numbers on both sides and then try to make the perfect square.
Okay. And there is a child in the classroom here who will not like this statement, but beta, I forgot your name one more time.
Shalmi.
Salmi.
Yeah.
Salmi. 2-3 times. It'll take some time, but I'll
Yeah.
do
You
it.
can call me
Salmi.
Shelly.
Sorry?
You can call me Shelly.
Sally. Okay.
Shelly.
Sally. So Sally. Okay. So here, Sally, any idea if you have to solve this one, how would you?
So you take out the 4. Oh wait.
You don't have that option.
Yeah, sorry.
You don't have that option.
I used to
Shelly.
take 4.
Okay.
Um,
All right. So I was thinking that Vafa would remember it. Vafa and Sivasa would remember it.
I forgot this.
You forgot? Okay. It's okay. It's okay. Whenever you guys forget, I get happier, right? Because I have an opportunity to teach. Yeah, Vaibhav. Oh. No, I did not get that, Vaibhav. What were you saying?
Sir, I got like rules on
Oh,
my hand, so I
oh.
can't write.
Okay. Can you tell me the approach?
Yeah, sure.
Hmm.
So, you need to try to do the quadratic formula. So it's minus 16 or minus and then minus 16 plus or
No,
minus.
You are jumping one step. That will be my last resort. Okay, so I'm not going to the quadratic formula for now. I'm saying first option is mapping with the generic this thing, and there is second option also that we have taught in the previous classes. Let's see what he has to say. Yeah, here.
So, sir, I use this particular middle term. I pulled out 12 and 4,
Uh-huh.
and then that gave me two factors, that is x plus 12 and x plus 4. That would equal to negative 12, negative 4.
So that is not x plus 12. It will be 12x plus 4x.
Yes.
Okay.
But if but if it's x plus 12 equals 0, then it will be
Yeah,
x
yeah.
equals negative 2.
Right. So I think you got the solution. Let me explain it to everybody here in the classroom, as well as some of the kids on the screen as well. In a very simple approach. Okay. Now, if you look at this is a quadratic equation. And do you guys remember what is the standard form of a quadratic equation? It's called x squared plus bx plus c. So this is a surprise for you, Baba. Okay, Baba, you guys have seen it before, but I'm adding a new twist to it. Okay. If you look at a quadratic equation, the standard form of the quadratic equation is like this. You have a coefficient for the x square, yeah, a coefficient for the term with 1 power b, and the constant is your c. Now, the second approach says, if you're not able to map it with these generic formulas, second approach says a into c, okay, find out the value of a and c, and then break b into two parts, break it into two parts, b1 plus b2, where b1 and b2 equals a into c. I made it purposefully look very complicated, okay, so that you guys start respecting me more. No, I'm just kidding. So here, look at this. This is my quadratic equation, standard form. Any quadratic equation that you have to deal with one variable will be this form only. Here, what is, and this is the standard form of quadratic equation. What it says is, find out the value of a and c, multiply them. And then, whatever the value of multiplication that you get by a and c, see if you can break b into two parts, which gives you the same multiple. So here, now let's do it. I mean, if I just keep talking, it will get you confused. Now so here, I'll just put down the standard form. Okay. Now, so that we can compare. What is the value of a here? 1. What is the value of b here? 16. What is the value of c here? 48. Yeah. Now, what I said? Multiply a and c and find out what the value is. A into c is what? 48. Now, the deal is, how do you break this into two parts? So that gives you the same value when you multiply them. So I have, let's say, 16 here. What are the possible factors of it? 1 into 16, 2 into 8, 4 into 4, yeah, oh sorry, my bad, literally my bad. What we're saying is 16, how I can break it into two parts so that the multiple is 48. So what I have to find is 48 by breaking it into two